Okay, so no more guitars, we have the bass series here.
Right, right. And not to be underdone, you know, we got to do fun stuff for our bass players. I've spent a lot of my time as a bass player, so I try to always make sure that we bring them into the fold.
Yeah.
But one thing that I've noticed about a lot of bass players today is they want things still simple. Yeah. And, you know, guys love all the crazy electronics, but in the end, they're like, man, there's just nothing better than a Fender bass.
Yeah.
And so why really screw with it too much? We've gone through and again redesigned the pickups, so they sound really great. Full open, it's kind of modern. Dial it back a little bit, and you get a lot of that real classic jazz bass, you know, sort of singing sound. And the bridge pickup has all the growl that you expect out of a great jazz bass bridge pickup. So what we've done here is we've actually used a medium jumbo fret instead of the jumbos for the guitars. Bass players tend to want to have a little bit more nuance in their playing, and they don't really generally care too much about speed. And so having a medium jumbo fret just makes it a little bit closer and allows the player to be more familiar with it like a vintage bass would be. Because a lot of guys still say, hey, my 64 jazz bass is still the best thing ever. And we want to try to get, you know, we want people to have the same feeling about these. And so whatever we can do to bring them in and keep it traditional while still going forward is what we're going to do. We've gone ahead and updated the machines here to the same ones that we use on American Pro and American Elite basses. So really nice tight gearing, lighter weight, and they just tune absolutely beautifully without any herky-jerkiness or skips through it.
Yeah.
A nice...
So again, it's a satin
right,
lacquering here.
Satin surf green here.
Yeah.
And we've got a slotted vintage-style bass here, so players can actually adjust the spacing to their own liking.
So same version as Rosewood?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Rosewood, three-tone sunburst, black guard. Again, this really sings as a vintage-style bass. And it's really great, even though it's got all the modern appointments that we're doing on this one. So jazz basses are here, and we've got Penny, the sunburst, the satin surf cream, and an Arctic white, which is really, really nice and sharp. And then so we've got our satin Lake Placid blue again, and a P bass. Yeah. So again, it's one of those things. A lot of the touring guys and real gigging players want a PJ configuration because they want to go out with one instrument that's going to get you a bit of everything. So just like the other Yosemite pickups, these have been redesigned from the ground up. Can you get, you know, sort of that modern thing, but bring it back, and it's all Motown all day long. Yeah. And the bridge pickup, again, it has that growl that you expect out of a great Fender bridge pickup. Satin finishes on these, maple and rosewood as well. The upgraded tuning machines. You know, it doesn't get a whole lot more just utilitarian than a P bass. And to be able to have cool colors and really some variation here is a wonderful thing to be able to offer to all of our fans and players.
Yeah. That's a nice color. Yeah.
The Penny is really spectacular. It's got a nice copper sheen to it. You know, different angles give you slightly different hues out of it. And it's one of those things when we had a bunch of color samples up, everybody walked towards this one. Yeah. And so we tried to use the Penny as much as we can because it's a really great finish. Man, the PJ is so great. And of course, not to stop there again, with the popularity of our other offsets, we had to do a USA Mustang bass. So you've got a split style Mustang bass pickup, again redesigned, so it's very modern, very large sounding, but easily thins out by bringing the volume back like our others. And again, just because it's all about utility and what you can do with this, we've got that Yosemite bridge pickup from a jazz bass in this as well. The 30-inch scale, you know, sits in the mix when you're playing live or recording in just a totally different place. But, you know, with these pickups, it just sounds big like any other bass. But this is super, you know, fun to play. The strings are bouncy and easy to bend and move around on. I like to say it's very forgiving. If you're not the greatest player, you know, it really works with you and doesn't react against you. The Mustang bass is really it's a secret thing.
Yeah.
But whenever someone picks it up, they're like, oh, okay, I get it now. And we love to see that every time. And traditional jazz bass setup instead of the switch that we've used lately. So volume, master tone. And
That's it.
It is. And just talking to folks, they like the simplicity of it. And everybody that's picked these up and plugged them in has, you know, they ask when they can get one.
Yeah.
But luckily these are shipping now, and you can get them from your local dealers right now.
Yeah.